Welcome. I'm Stephanie Greppling with Manatee Educational Television. We're here at the 21st Sarasota Film Festival kickoff party. We are so excited to show you guys the behind the scenes of what's happening this year at the Sarasota Film Festival. We'll be going on April 5th through the 14th. We'll be talking with producers, filmmakers, students, and everybody who's involved behind the scene of all these 300 films that are going to be showcased this year. So don't go away, stay with us. I'm here with Mark Familio.
Yes, hi, I'm Mark Familio. Nice to see you.
Well, we are so excited. This is the 21st kickoff of the Sarasota Film Festival.
It sure is. We're legal now. We're here at the Sarasota Modern, which is really an interesting place. It's
beautiful venue.
You know, it's great. It's new. It's the newest entree in the Sarasota Hotel splurge. Looks like Sarasota's past and Sarasota's future. It's pretty cool.
Certainly. Tell me some of the great nuggets and highlights of the film festival this year. A lot of buzz going on.
Well, you know, every year they do such a great job of programming this thing. We've had so many submittals. They've just painstakingly minnowed this down so that we now have about 285 or 300 films. I don't know. People keep begging at the last minute for us to put their films in. It's crazy. But, you know, we have a lot of community films, a lot of Florida films, a lot of sidebars that specifically relate to the Sarasota, produced and directed and written and starred in films. And so we're really excited about that. But we're also opening with a great documentary that was out of Sundance that we loved that speaks to journalism today and compares it to yesteryear, really. It's about Mike Wallace. And so it's very exciting. We expect a bunch of important VIP guests for that and expect a very vibrant discussion after the movie. So that opening night film is going to be very interesting. And this year we're doing it at Municipal Hall, the historic Municipal Hall opening night, kind of paying homage to the new Bayfront development that one of these days is going to get started, I think.
Well, it's going to bring a lot of stars to the red carpet this year. And the film festival runs this year from April 5th all the way to the 14th.
That's right. We're 10 days and we're always excited about that. The first weekend is going to be very, very exciting. The second weekend, we're closing with a Greg Kinnear film, which is really fantastic. It's kind of a dark comedy called Phil. Oh, he's great. And he's a great guy. The audiences here are going to love him. We're going to have some other guests that are coming in for that weekend as well, and we're adding all the time. So, you know, it's going to be a very, very interesting, fun-packed, tiring, exhausting week and a half, I assure you.
But exciting. How many films are on the lineup this year?
I think there's about 285, maybe 300. I say that because just today they added 3.
Okay. So they need a little room.
You know, we have thousands submitted, and our screening committee works tirelessly together with our programming staff, and our programming staff is second to none. They're just absolutely fantastic, and they've come up with some great, great films, some of which were at Sundance, some were in Toronto, some were in Berlin, a couple were in South by Southwest. We do have a whole bunch of premieres, including Kinnear's closing night film. I think we're premiering it, which is really nice.
Sarasota Film Festival is definitely making its way up the ranks. You mentioned a couple of the larger film festivals, but Sarasota is definitely up on the radar.
Well, it always has been. I mean, it's been referred to, I always like to say, and don't shy away from saying what Variety called us the apex of American regional film festivals. We're very, very large for a regional film festival, and we're deemed successful by all the major movie magazines and media. And most importantly, the filmmakers that come to Sarasota understand that we put them first. And so they are our leading cheerleaders, the filmmakers, the directors, the producers. They love Sarasota. We're a filmmakers festival.
On that note, I see a lot of students and people partnering with Ringling. Tell me a little bit about the Sarasota Film Festival and what Ringling does to this community.
Well, Ringling has constructed used taxpayer dollars, which is really quite gracious of Sarasota to seed the development of I think it's a public-private partnership. I'm not sure who the private part is, but to do a soundstage over there, and they started a film program. So we use a lot of Ringling students and Ringling graduates, but Ringling students who involve themselves in our animation, a lot of our motion animation, and some of our graphic artwork. So we're really, really happy about that partnership. We're also involved with State College of Florida. In fact, Del Jacobs, who is one of the film professors there, is one of our jurists this year. And we're involved with a lot of New College students and interns from New College. So we have people from NYU, we have people from Ringling, we have people from New College, we have people from the community college, well, State College, and from USF as well. We have a lot of college students here, actually.
But that's great in partnership with these students and wonderful exposure so that they get their art out in the community.
Yes, and it gives them an opportunity to stay in Sarasota and do it. So we're hoping that there's some critical mass that develops. We know some has already, but develops over the next few years so that there becomes, some ability of these kids to stay in Sarasota. We want them here,
Give me a teaser for the 2019 Sarasota Film Festival, what everybody can maybe look forward to.
Well, what I'm really excited about is two things, actually. We broke ground yesterday on the new film festival offices, and I'm not talking about it much, but let me just tell you something. That is probably the biggest event that's happened in the last 10 years with regard to the film festival and maybe the community. But we started breaking ground yesterday. The permit was pulled. They started construction. So I think that we've located specifically in the Rosemary District this year of Sarasota, using Sarasota Modern, using the Overton for one of our parties, and using Sage, which, by the way, is in my first office building on First Street. So excited to see that. But they've turned that into a beautiful restaurant. It used to be, I think, Ceviche. But the new owners have really done this building right, an old historic building. So one of the things you'll notice this year is that we are in the Rosemary District, that our new building is under construction in the Rosemary District, and we're really excited about that.
Mark, tell me a little bit about the economic impact that the film festival has on this community. We already have a strong, basis of the arts with the theater. We have lots of sculptures around. We have great schools at the Ringling and New College. What is the impact here?
Well, it impacts us in a lot of ways. I mean, first and foremost, it further brands our arts community. You find people in the different arts groups, whether it's ballet, and I'm involved in the ballet, whether it's the opera, and I'm involved in the opera, whether it's the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall, I'm on board there as well.
Right across the street here.
Yeah, we're very excited about, once again, we're all in the Theater Arts District, the Rosemary District.
Right here.
But people from around the country, in fact the world, that are into film know the Sarasota Film Festival. We get people that come here from all over the world. And in conjunction with the headquarters we're building now, we're building 40 condominium units. And many of those condos are being purchased by people that are cinephiles from elsewhere, not only in the country, but around the world. We have people from London, France, we have people from Germany, Berlin. We have some Czechoslovakians. I have an Australian, 2 New Zealanders. I mean, we're
bringing money into the community is what I'm hearing.
The community, and we're really excited about it. So the economic impact is very diverse. It also economically impacts my children's inheritance adversely.
Well,
tell them that.
We won't tell them that just yet, right?
That's right.
Thank you, Mark, so much, and we cannot wait to see what the rest of the film festival has in store.
Thank you for being here, and METV has really outdone themselves for the past 15, 16, 17 years. I mean, it's nothing short of miraculous. And, there's a few things that keep me personally moving forward every time this thing starts around and we're exhausted. And no matter what else life is throwing at you at the moment, but when I see the ETV truck outside and I see the other community members that are here to support the festival, it provides a resurgence of pure faith to go forward and do another kick-butt job, and we're going to do one.
Sarasota Film Festival, April 5th through the 14th, right here in the Rosemary District. I'm here with Harrison Bender, Programming Manager of the Sarasota Film Festival. What an exciting job that you have.
I know. I can't believe I have it. It's amazing. I'm so grateful.
So tell me a little bit about what you and your team does for the film festival.
So essentially, we cultivate all the main program, what we call the main slate. And so what that basically means is that we, excuse me, we decide, like over the course of many months and careful reviews, which films are going to be in the festival.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the criteria that you look for and maybe some standouts that just kind of knock you off your stock.
Definitely. Well, as a regional film festival of this size, we think it's really important that we bring in a lot of films that bring in national conversations that are happening topically, throughout the year, but have a sort of like local context. So a really good example of that would be this film called Pahokee. Pahokee is a spotlight film this year that came out of Sundance, actually. And it's a documentary about 3 high school students as they go into as they're graduating, rather, from college or from high school in Pahokee, Florida. And Pahokee, Florida, I don't know if you know, is a community that is, not quite. It doesn't have a lot of money.
Low income.
Yeah, low income, right. So it's sort of about like the hopes and dreams of these students and their perseverance, as well as this like the kind of like amazing, like
aspirations and dreams.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And so the issues that these students are going through are issues that people all across the nation are going through, but there's a local connection to it, right? In Pahokee, yeah.
Okay, so if I was a filmmaker and I had this amazing film, how would I get it in front of you?
Oh, okay. Well, you would submit to us via Film Freeway, which is a platform where people all around the country submit their films. But to better answer your question about what films get in, honestly, we look at every film like pretty holistically. But we also we think that being as Florida as possible is a big component. So if your film is about Florida issues, there's more likely you'll get a chance to be a part of this.
Okay, so tell me about some of your favorite films that are coming out this season.
Oh wow, there's so many. I would say there's one film in particular called In Fabric that's part of our narrative competition. It stars Gwendolyn Christie and is about a haunted dress. So there's a little bit camp involved, but also it's very cute and has this sort of totemic quality that we think is really interesting. So that's one that we really like. Another is our centerpiece film called The Tomorrow Man. The Tomorrow Man stars John Lithgow, Blythe Danner, and it's just like this really amazing love film, just sort of brought to life by these 2 amazing actors. And we're just so thrilled to bring it to the Sarasota Film Festival.
Well, those sound amazing.
Yeah.
Sarasota Film Festival, April 5th through the 14th.
Yes.
Thank you, Harrison.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Paul Ratner, the Director of Education for the Sarasota Film Festival. Paul, this is an exciting night.
It's an excellent night. We're very happy to get it to this point and to be here to kick off the festival.
Tell me a little bit about what you do with the students and the filmmakers to gear up for this evening and then also for the film festival.
Well, and maybe a lot of people don't realize that, but the festival, besides bringing in a lot of films by grown-up filmmakers, gives a lot of opportunities to young filmmakers. We have 3 separate contests going on right now as part of a larger festival where young filmmakers are making films and they're getting awards. For example, we have something called Real Talk, which is a competition with the Sarasota County School Board where students make PSAs and win prizes up to $12,500. We also have a lot of events where we bring in a lot of students, over 1,000 students every year, to see 3 films at the festival. We have a classic film program, which is excellent, called Cinematheque, which is available year-round. And we just, look at the festival as an amazing educational opportunity for the community.
And tell me a little bit about one of those contests that I know the Sarasota Film Festival has, about the design that goes into the branding of the entire film festival as well.
The design of a festival? I'm not sure what you mean, sorry.
The competition about the design and the branding. the see and be seen. What is the theme of the design for this year?
Well, we don't actually have a design competition as such this year. The competition that we are running one is called Real Talk, what I mentioned. Another one is called InstaFilm, where students get to make a film in a weekend and then screen the result the following weekend in front of Sarasota audiences. And we also have something called Hollywood Nights, which is young filmmakers from around the world send us films, and we screen and award the best ones.
From a student's perspective, what do you think is the most exciting thing that they look forward to during the film festival?
Well, I think from the students that I know of, they are excited that suddenly the whole film world shows up at their back door. It's not a very big town, Sarasota, but culturally it's a real heavyweight because we get so many filmmakers, we get so many amazing interviews, we get so many opportunities to get your work seen in front of thousands of people, which is an unprecedented thing, I think, for a young filmmaker.
Tell me a little bit about the draw to the students in this community from the different colleges.
Right, we really try to engage the local community in a strong way. We have a number of community screenings that are organized with the local high schools. For example, we're showing an excellent film that was made this year at Booker High School about a local basketball team. And it's a feature film where students basically researched the history and found the photos and found the videos, and kind of told the story of the community. And I think that's really one of the more exciting projects we have. It's very rewarding, I think, to inspire and to give a platform for students to do this type of work.
Certainly. Well, I know that you're so excited to showcase these students' talents off at the film festival this year.
Definitely. I think Sarasota, with the festival and with the kind of infrastructure that we have already here culturally, Sarasota is poised to be the home to a lot of talented filmmakers. I would not be surprised that sometime in the future we will be saying, they grew up in Sarasota when they win their Oscar.
Absolutely. Thank you, Paul, so much for being here and speaking with us tonight. I'm here with Petra Ratner. You're the directors of operations for the Sarasota Film Festival. Big job.
Very big job, yes. I'm grateful that I have it, and I'm going to do my best to run the festival right.
So you must plan from the day the film festival wraps until the beginning, today.
Pretty much, yes. We work all the time, yeah.
So in your role, what is your biggest job within the operation?
I think it's just overseeing everything. I really have to know everything that's happening in every department and make sure to delegate and make sure to inform everyone, so then the operations will run smoothly.
Certainly. Let's talk a little bit about this year's sponsors, because we've got some big-time sponsors, some local sponsors to the film festival this year.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we got a lot of sponsors, but one of the biggest sponsors are actually the restaurant Modern, the hotel, the Modern, where we are right now.
That's right here. It's a beautiful location.
And then we have other sponsors as well, like the Sage, where we're going to have our closing night party. We have Fine Art Society of Sarasota that is sponsoring a specific film, and it's going to be a great arts happening type of thing. And we have a lot of others.
Wonderful. So everything is really centered around Boulevard of the Arts, the 41, right here in this new development. And somebody told me that you have a kickoff for a new building right here in this community as well.
Yes, this is the kickoff. This is the present sponsor kickoff, and this is the newest hotel in the area. So that's like the biggest deal for us today. And then we have opening night party, and we have other parties throughout the 10 days of the festival as well.
It's very exciting. Lots of events and films to see. Where can everybody get some more information on what's going on during April 5th to the 14th?
I think the best would be our new website. It's coming out tonight, and it is sarasotafilmfestival.com, and everything will be there in a new, much better, improved version of it.
Well, wonderful. Thank you, Petra. I know that you have lots to do.
Thank you.
I'm here with Chase. He's with the Shorts Programming. Chase, tell me a little bit about your exciting role within the Sarasota Film Festival.
Well, this is my first year programming shorts, or programming anything for that matter, so it's been really exciting. Me and my best friend Michaela have been doing it together, so there's that. It's the first year. That's real exciting, and we've been going through all the short films, and we finally got about 100 that we're really proud to show this year. We've got people of different minorities, different genders from all around the world, and it's really exciting to be able to show everyone's different visions.
Wonderful. For the viewers at home that don't know what a short is, could you explain a little bit about that?
Well, short films are typically films around anywhere from like 1 minute to 20, even 30. Not something that's a feature length around an hour, but something a bit more bite-sized, a little bit more consumable.
And how many short films are going to be in the lineup for this year?
This year we have a bit over 100. I think it's around 110-ish, so we're really excited about that.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. We've got about, I think, 10 different shorts programs, and all of them are playing about twice, so it's a lot.
So what are some of the criteria that you look for in a short film to be in this film festival? Well,
with our film festival, we've got a lot of different criteria, but really it just comes down to the quality of the films. I mean, just the enjoyability. We do have several shorts blocks dedicated to Florida filmmakers, whether that be somebody who grew up in Florida and is now making films across, the country, even the world, or people still in Sarasota.
So is there a good mix of maybe foreign as well as animated?
Yeah, we've got our animated programming section, and with that, I mean, we've got people from China, we've got people from France, we've got people from America. It's just so different, and it's, variety is the spice of life, so it makes it all that much cooler seeing so many different but also equally good, stories.
Do you maybe have a favorite or two that you would like to share?
I mean, I don't have any favorites. I mean, they're all like my babies, because there's a couple that have from Florida that I think are really important. I mean, I just can't get into specifics because they're just that good,
Well, I guess I'll have to see them all.
Oh, of course, yeah. If you can, there's just so many.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chase, for being here.
Well, thank you.
I'm here with Scott. It's so lovely to meet you today. Tell me about some of the films and your role within of the Sarasota Film Festival.
Sure. The Through Women's Eyes International Film Festival has 7 features and 15 shorts this year, and this is our 20th anniversary. We are the film festival within the Sarasota Film Festival, and we have a fantastic selection on April 6th and 7th, and then everyone has an encore showing during the rest of the week, sorry.
So your films that are submitted are dedicated to those 2 days?
They're dedicated to those 2 days. This year we had over 400 submissions to select our films, and they're all films by women, sometimes emerging filmmakers, sometimes established filmmakers, or about issues of interest to women. And I should say we're a nonprofit. All of our proceeds go to support UN Women programs, so we do this as a volunteer operation.
That's wonderful. Women supporting other women and their dreams and aspirations is so important.
Can I just tell you about 2 films we have this year? Okay, one of them is called Fly Like a Girl, and it's about female aviators, and it's an amazing story. It's from a young girl all the way to Tammy Duckworth, who's our senator. And then we have a film called Power Mary, who's about the women of the rugby team in Papua New Guinea. And so you see a lot of international films. We have one from China, we have one from South Africa, so they're from all over, and really voices you don't always hear in this country.
Wow, that's so interesting. So women from New Guinea, the rugby team? Wow.
Papua New Guinea have a rugby team. And Papua New Guinea is a small, impoverished island, and these women really used rugby as a means to challenge stereotypes as well as an athletic endeavor.
That's incredible. We'll have to make sure to check those out.
That one's on Sunday, and it has another showing then later during the week. Some great footage of Papua New Guinea and rugby if you like sports.
That's incredible. Thank you so much for being here and being able to tell a little bit about those films.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you.
I'm here with Lena Juno. You are the makeup artist for the Sarasota Film Festival and one of the sponsors.
Yes, it's very exciting. It's my 5th year now, so I'm really happy to be back.
So tell me a little bit about how you got involved in this and why you wanted to get involved in this.
Originally, my mentor, Marietta Carter Narcisse, she's a filmmaker or a makeup artist in film, and she told me to volunteer for the local festival when I moved here from Philadelphia, so I did. I volunteered the first year, and I've been with the festival as a sponsor since.
So wonderful. So what kind of looks do you do and switch it up?
It's really just about whatever the client wants. It's whatever they want, I do what they want. It's not about me, it's just about what they're comfortable in, and that's usually the case with almost anybody.
And now, do you do any makeup for on set as well?
I haven't done, well, not for the film festival, but I do have, I've done 5 films this year, like 2 shorts and 3 features. So far I have a film career.
That's great. All right. So how would anybody get a hold of you if they wanted to book you?
You can reach me at my website, lira@lirajuno.com.
Wonderful. Thank you, Lirna.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Emily Johnson, the events coordinator for the Sarasota Film Festival. How exciting is this that the kickoff is finally here?
So exciting. I'm thrilled that we're having the kickoff today, and we're excited to welcome all the press and sponsors here tonight.
Absolutely. So there's a whole gamut of events coming up for this film festival. Why don't you take me through a couple of those?
Sure. So our opening night party is on April 5th. It's going to be here at the Modern. It's going to be hopefully outside, and we have a lot of really fun things planned for that evening to kick off the festival. We also have a Cinema Tropical party, which is like our over-the-top annual event. And this year it's going to be based on the Halston film, so a Studio 54 theme, lots of fun surprises, party all night. It's going to be great. And then we're having a big closing night party at Sage. We have lots of cool stuff planned for that. So we have multiple levels, and we're going to have different exciting things on each level.
I love how the film festival, you've really dialed into the newest, hottest venues right here in downtown Sarasota.
Absolutely, and one of the things that's really great about this year is we're focusing on the Rosemary District, and there's so much interesting design and cool new concepts and great venues here. We have Cinema Tropical is at the Overton, which is a great space. We have, of course, the Modern, where we are right now. And then Sage has also been recently reopened and reimagined. So we're all about what's new and what's going on here.
So tell me where the viewers at home can learn about all the upcoming events.
Sure, right on our website. It's also in our film guide, our big parties. And then we always have new and interesting things popping up. So we'll keep everyone apprised online.
SarasotaFilmFestival.com. You can check out all the greatest and hottest events coming up April 5th through the 14th. Thank you, Emily, so much. I'm here with John and Dr. Shelley. We're here to talk about Into the Storm, one of the films that you've been working on that is at the film festival this year.
That's right. It's a documentary that tells the story of some very brave high school students here in Sarasota. They went out and became maybe the best high school basketball team that's ever played in this country. And it happened at a time of desegregation, and as a result, they won the title, brought the trophy home, and then found out that their school was going to be closed. And so it's a story of what those students did as a result to keep their school open. It's a pretty amazing tale.
Dr. Shelley, tell me about your students and how much pride that they have in Booker High, and that this film is going to be showcased here at the Sarasota Film Festival.
Absolutely. I'm very proud and excited for the students of Booker High School. We have 1,300 students, and we have our demographics is rather unique. We almost have a third African American, a third Caucasian, and a third Hispanic. But more importantly, I'm a native of Sarasota, born and raised, and surprisingly, I never heard about this story. And so I'm sure there's so many people in the community like myself just not familiar with this story, had no idea that the school literally closed down in 1967. We were facing desegregation due to the laws, and unfortunately, it's a learning opportunity for them as well as for me. But being in the rightful age of the early 50s, I find it a joy and a compliment and sure pride that our students will have an opportunity to be a part of it. But what's really interesting is that we have live interviews with students as well, students who were in school at the time, as well as the coach that was a part of this experience. But our students do a really good job of depicting what was going on in the school, but also what was going on in the community. And I found some amazing things about Booker High School, because not only did the school close down, but also the school reopened. It closed down because of the laws, and it reopened because our students protest. They said it cannot happen. And we had one student at the time, his name was James Logan. He decided, okay, well, it's bad that it happened to the high school students, but it can't happen to elementary school students. So we partner with two of our neighbors now. Fast forward 50 years later, we still work very closely with New College and Ringling School of Arts and Design students. Those were the students that helped to educate the little children in Newtown back in the late 60s. And I find it quite interesting that we are now partners today. So to learn more about the history of Newtown and be able to share and showcase this through the eyes of a basketball team. And by the way, I must admit that during that time in 1967, they won not only the state but the national level. They were able to beat all of their teams with an excessive points of 100 points per game.
Beating all odds.
Yes, beating all odds, yes, and not knowing what was going on in their own school. But then to come back and to persevere, it's just absolutely amazing to me. So I'm only very, very happy and excited to share this documentary as well as the history of Newtown as well.
Well said. John, tell me a little bit about a takeaway that you would want any viewer to see and take away from the emotion of this film.
Absolutely. Of course, the students learn that no matter how bleak things look, even when you think it's over, that doesn't mean it's over. And that motivated teenagers can do things that adults don't always realize that they can do. That when they care about others like these teenagers did, they can pull off some astounding things. Something that did not happen anywhere else in this country just because they cared about others.
What a wonderful story to tell. Don't miss Into the Storm, Sarasota Film Festival 2019.
Programming highlights. So I'm going to speak a little bit about programming. Our opening night film is a documentary which deals with Mike Wallace. It's a great film that was in Sundance. We're very happy to have gotten it. It's called Mike Douglas Was Here, I think. And we expect to have a very vigorous discussion after the film that deals with journalistic matters, fake news, and various other things. We expect to be involving the illustrious Sarasota Herald Tribune. Of course, they're Pulitzer Prize-winning staff, some of them, and we're very excited that they're going to be engaged in that process with us, together with some invited guests. So we're really looking forward to that. We're going to be closing out the film festival with a film by Greg Kinnear. His directorial kind of awakening, the first time he's directed anything. It's called Phil. It's a dark comedy. And Greg Kinnear will be coming and spending that evening with us. So we're very, very excited about that. I want to mention some of our sponsors, and this is the part where I forget people, and please feel free to just yell out your name or whatever you want to do if I forget you. But I mentioned Sarasota Modern, of course. Also, we have folks from Sage here tonight, which is an amazing restaurant that they've done an incredible job of refurbishing what was already a very special building. So they've been walking around here tonight, and they're hosting our closing night party, and we're very, very excited about that as well. We also have people from the Overton here. I saw somebody walking around, a couple people walking around. And we're very excited that they're going to be hosting our Friday evening Cinema Tropical party. All these different venues are located either in the Theater Arts District or the Rosemary District, which is pretty much one and the same as far as I'm concerned. So, what do I got here? This year, we're going to be honoring Blythe Danner. Of course, she's been here before. And she is in another film that we've chosen to spotlight. And we'll be highlighting that film, The Tomorrow Man. We're also going to have Anne Hesh come. Anne Hesh has an illustrious career and is in another film that we are highlighting as part of the festival. We also have Paul Allen's a restored footage of the 8th Air Force during World War II that Paul Allen did that we're excited about. I didn't even know we had it until just this moment, but I'm excited about it. I hope it has B-29s in it. I'm excited about B29s. We have a bunch of great film sidebars. We have a lot of community involvement this year. We're doing films related to human trafficking, which of course is a very important subject, and a subject that many in Sarasota have been involved in for many years. And we've gotten on the national platform by promoting this film that we're going to be doing. One of them, I think, has gone on to PBS, and the other one involves many of the local police force and the judiciary. Both those films will involve Q&As afterwards, and there'll be vigorous discussion about the subject. We also are doing work with Booker High School this year. We love Booker. We're so proud of Booker. Is that the principal over there? Oh, okay. Why don't you come here and tell us about this film? Come on, come on. Get up here. I feel like Donald Trump. I have a script. I didn't even look at it.
Hello, thank you so much, Mark. We are very excited about the film. Come on up, John, please. This is a documentary that we've been working on for 2 years. This is John Tempe. He is the film director at Booker High School. Can you give us some insight on what we're going to see?
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much. There's a story that happened right around the corner that no one knew about, so that always makes it exciting. We had a basketball team here in the state. It was arguably the greatest high school team this country's ever seen, just not a lot of people knew about it. The same year that they won the state title, their school was closed down because of desegregation efforts. And because of that, they brought a trophy back from the state title game, and within a couple of months didn't have any place to put that trophy. What's worse, those students were moved out to other high schools where they weren't welcomed, they weren't included, they were made to feel terrible. And so they put up with it for a couple of years until the school district said they were going to close down the local elementary school. And those high school students, especially 3 teenagers, said, what happened to us cannot happen to these little kids. And so the expert we talked to said this is the only place in the United States where students stood up on their own and said, we are going to boycott school until you change your mind. And that's what this film is about, interviews with people who are still with us. Over half the team is gone, so we wanted to capture this history while we still could. The movie is called Into the Storm. It will air, it will show April 9th, 6:15 p.m. at the Municipal Auditorium.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Harrison's going to speak about some of our other sidebars here in a second after I introduce him. We're also co-presenting a screening of The Price of Everything with the Fine Arts Society of Sarasota, who's been a great sponsor this year. And we really salute them. Is there anybody here from that group? Oh, where are they? Okay. Hi. Oh, it's nice to see you. Get over here. You've got 7 seconds.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth Rose. I'm on the board of directors of the Fine Arts Society of Sarasota, and we are presenting a film that is going to appeal to anyone that is interested in visual arts, modern and contemporary art. It's a documentary that's told from the perspective of artists, auction houses, investors, stockbrokers, collectors, and it's just a compelling look at what's happening to pricing in art and how museums sometimes can no longer afford to buy art for the public to see. So we hope you join us on April 7th at 4 p.m. at the Municipal Auditorium, or it's shown again on April 10th at 7 p.m. It's a fantastic film. Thank you.
We also are partnering with the World Affairs Council this year, and it's called. We're doing a movie called Swing Time in Limousine. Limousine being a city in France, and it's a very interesting film. The directors are coming over from France, and we'll be hosting them. What day is that? Is that screening? We'll let you know later. And then, I don't know. I'm going to introduce Harrison Bender right after I bring our other embedded festival up here for a moment. UN Women, where are we? Every year we partner with a group called UN Women, and we're very proud of that partnership. this year we have new leaders of the organization, I think. And so we're teaching them how to do it. No, they're great teachers, believe me. Would you like to come up and say something?
Thank you, Mark, and thank you to the past leaders, Terry Brackett and Terry Rixey. Yes, Through Women's Eyes International Film Festival is in its 20th year and its 10th year partnering with Sarasota Film Festival, which has been fantastic for us. Every year we showcase films by and about women, showing women's issues, and sometimes we have emerging filmmakers and established filmmakers bringing a whole different perspective. We have a lot of international films. All of our films are April 6 and 7, and they have a second showing later during the week. So we're very grateful to SFF for this partnership, and our films really bring a different voice that is welcome in this community.
Thank you. We love you very much. Hi, Sandy. How are you, Sandy? Sandy works on our web and does a great job with it. Thank you very much with the Sarasota Post. We thank all our media sponsors. Many are here tonight. SRQ Magazine, Scene Magazine, Sarasota Magazine, Sarasota Herald Tribune. Hello, Jay. How are you? It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Who else do we have here media-wise this evening? Hold on. Yeah.
Our long-term involvement, many years.
And we appreciate it very much. So I'm gonna introduce Harrison Bender. About a year and a half ago, maybe. He came and was looking for a donation or something. I don't remember what it was, and a handout. And I said, "Can you program movies?" And he said, "I guess." And so he told me he went to New College, and I said, "He's hired." So here's Harrison Bender.
You think he's lying, but that's the truth. Thank you all so much for coming out. I'll make this short and sweet. My name is Harrison Bender, as he said. I'm the programming manager here. This year was a banner year for us. We had over 1,500 submissions from 46 countries. So super diverse, really incredible stuff. We're really proud to have 3 world premieres with us this year as well. We have Andrew Wonder's new film, Feral. We also have 2 local films, Epiphany, and this really interesting film called Florida Water, a documentary about 2 people living in Nallcrest, which is a retirement community designed only for mail carriers, and it's the only one of its kind in the United States. Super interesting, yeah. And of course, it wouldn't be a film festival without stars, right? So with a ton of stars this year in a film, Ophelia, we have Naomi Watts, Daisy Ridley, Tom Felton, Clive Owen, the really stacked cast. In Light Before Light, we have the comedian, oh no, his name's escaping me, Jim Gaffigan. Alex Ross Perry, the director Alex Ross Perry, an alum of ours, directed Her Smell with Elizabeth Moss from The Handmaid's Tale, Mad Men, etc. To the Stars, a film that we got out of Sundance this year, has Tony Hale in it. A really last-minute pickup for us. Red Joan stars Judi Dench as a spy, so you can't miss that one. That's on Sunday. And then finally is our spotlight film, as Mark mentioned. It's called The Tomorrow Man. It stars John Lithgow, Blythe Danner. Can't be missed. Really incredible stuff. And speaking of stars, Petra, the star of the Sarasota Film Festival.
Hello everyone, I'll make it short and sweet. I just wanted to thank you everyone for coming in here, and I wanted to thank to all the staff and volunteers, because without them this would never happen. Thank you everyone for being here, and I'm going to introduce Paul, who will talk about education and all the programs that we have. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you.
Good evening everyone. We just want to let you know how amazing Sarasota Film Festival is for local kids. I mean, you might think that it's just a place where international filmmakers come to show their movies, but really we're doing a lot of things in education every year that are, I think, invaluable to local students. One of the things that we do every year is that we bring in over 1,000 kids to see our films for free, and we provide them with free busing, courtesy of Embracing Our Differences, our partner. We also have a number of exciting contests going on that are just for kids and just for students that are not even open to the adult filmmakers. We have actually 3 contests happening right now, which culminate during the festival with awards and prizes, and we're really
hope that you can come and check them out and support the students. They really appreciate the involvement of the community. One of the things that we have is that is new this year is a Real Talk competition, something which we hope to do annually. It's done in partnership with the Sarasota County School Board, and it's a competition where students, local students, create public service announcements. And the winning filmmakers will receive prizes that go up to $12,500. So we give them quite an opportunity, and the winning piece actually might even screen nationally. We have other competitions like the Insta Film competition, which is new this year as well. It gives local students 2 days to make a film, and then it gets screened during the festival. We have other exciting events that you hope will, educational events that you hope will check out through our new website, which is built by Sandy Kaplan and Associates. So they did a great job on this side. So starting tomorrow, you'll actually be able to go and check out all the events that we have going on, including the educational events. One thing I'd also would like to invite everyone is to come to our year-round programming. Outside of the festival, we have something called Cinematheque, which screens classic films every Saturday. We're also going to have camps this summer for local kids to learn how to make films. So we're just very excited to be given this opportunity by the festival to provide all of this to the local students. So, and thank you all for being the patrons of the arts here. So thank you very much.
Enjoy yourselves, everyone. Let's have some fun. There is a lot going forward for us. We're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for joining us at the 21st Sarasota Festival Kickoff. If you want to join us for any of the 300 movies that are going to be featured in this year's lineup, go to sarasotafilmfestival.com. You're not going to want to miss out on any of the great events, parties, and movies this year, April 5th through the 14th. I'm Stephanie Greppling with Manatee Educational Television.